Hi there and welcome back, friends, Star Travelers. Stellaris, the Cthulhu Myth. We are going to take a choice. All the cool techs we have here. And maybe, we have Resikax, who has field manipulation. Maybe we'll go for the shield harmonics again. To improve our shields even more against the power of the Unbidden. And energy weapon attack speed is something as energy weapon damage, as planetary sensor range. There's a lot to be said for anything, really. So maybe we'll go for the cheapest weapon thing. It's only 70,000 at least. That's really helpful. More weapon attack speed, so that should add roughly also 5% damage. Only roughly though, because there's always damage reductions and all that kind of stuff going on. Oh, yeah, we're losing energy credits, but we don't care. We don't care. What we are doing though is we're entering the Unbidden territory. You cannot really have a positive relation to all the other empires here because they hate our guts. Ever since we started pounding in the hierarchy of Hyboria, they seem to not like us anymore that much. So there's that going. But now let's see what we'll expect Tyrone in the Pollux system. It's really nice, like to have such a
research complete
mythical system like Pollux at our access here now. We've assembled our fleets, but now let's go for technology. Ultra dense slugs can punch through even the strongest of projected shields. Our particle cannons are now better. Maybe. What should we go for? We have 40 here, and he's probably going for something with materials again, for his specialty. It's a very good weapon, but still, yeah, it's the roleplay we're going for. Against the Unbidden we will have our focused arc emitters, which have such a long range that are really doing well against these extraterrestrial threats. Very slowly we're gliding through space, even if we are on fast, but really the computer is breaking down. And again, you have the Unbidden here, with their two forces. We may have to retreat again. We'll see. We cannot attack them in the vicinity of the military
system
stations
survey
because
complete.
They have all kinds of debuffs on their military stations. And that is really, really bad. Have to unite our forces again and maybe send them in. And that is also really something new and powerful, which will be added in the Heinlein patch. Rally points. Oh, there's already mods for that, and if you're playing privately, you should definitely use them. I'm just not using them because of the instability we have already with that game that is very much in the late game with the big fleets, and still our game is freezing sometimes, and sometimes I'll just have to pause it so we can the computer can recover a bit, because there's really a lot going on here. And you can see here they're flashing sometimes, and I don't know what that is. Are we firing already on them? I would also like to see, like, visually what kind of range we have. Like, if we're clicking on on a force, then you should have like the range, how much is X away from it. If you're mouse hovering over something, it should show you the range. That would be extremely helpful, but because now range is just a number, and I cannot imagine what, like, we have 120 range with our weapons, with our main weapons. The focused archimeters, they are on the battleships and everywhere. But we cannot imagine what that means. What means 120 range? I mean, it means that we're doing extremely good against the Unbidden whenever we have not a total totally inferior number up against them. Which is now. I mean, we can stay now. It should be okay.
Research complete.
It should be. It should be. Oh, we have increased the border range by 10%. Unencoded broadcasts signaling our claims on nearby systems are a basic but effective foreign policy tool. Yeah. And that's really, really helpful. Now we could go for more leader lifespan. Sector limit, which is really useless. I'm always falling for it sometimes because I think it expands the direct controlled planets. This is why I'm taking it here. I was really just anticipating the fight more than spending time on really knowing what it does. So I'm always going for that trap. Don't go for that trap. Like, I mean, we have, what, 4 or 5 sectors in our empire at the moment? And that's really all that you need. With the new empire rules, it's really a mess if you have like far apart empire parts.
Construction
and
complete.
Much better if you have one like whole empire, and then you won't need that many sectors. It's really not needed. I mean, if you remember, we even shrinked sectors some time ago. We like put them together, and that was really a good thing. Now we have more leaders available, and now we can attack the forces of the Unbidden. Will we do it? I mean, it's very close. You can see that it's 150k of Unbidden that are going up against our force, and they're shooting already. We don't know what will happen. Are they now in range? Are we shooting?
Hostile fleet engaged.
I'm zooming out for a short while, because sometimes you cannot select your force.
Construction complete.
And we have barracks here. And the thing about barracks is, I think we have beaten him once. He has the skill 4. He had the skill 5 though when we have encountered him first. So what you do with the Unbidden, they are ethereal beings. And what this does is like we could imagine we have some info on barracks from our scanners, and it seems like its power has diminished. It seems like the gods, whatever gods the Unbidden are revering, have punished him for his failing the Unbidden. They're all closed, right? You cannot see them really. That is another thing about the Unbidden. You really cannot see their ships on the map very closely. I imagine we have reduced sensor range of this. So this is really gold that we have only 150k. Now it's like 140k because we're destroying their forces in one place. You can see that our force is still mostly put together of smaller ships, and it may stay that way, the way we are rebuilding ships. I mean, we are getting more battleships, and the Gardor class is really the best class to do a lot of damage. And it also has supportive auras. But we are also building the other classes that have destructive auras. So if the Unbidden will come nearer and nearer, they will get into the detrimental auras of our other battleships. And then we will destroy them. Because they don't seem to have auras. Or something like that. Oh, it's really... We need to make an impact because we are now losing ships again. Our fleet that was over 1,000 ships is already at 990, and after a good start, a force often breaks down when the shields are diminished on some of their ships. But we are doing a really good job at diminishing the forces of the Unbidden. Look, we just shot down a battleship of them, which is like 5k. 5k of force. And they really have a problem with a big mass of smaller ships, it seems. Look at that. It's uncanny, but the Republic seems to do it again. We can beat them, guys. The Unbidden can be beaten. Don't give up hope. This is the way we are freeing the universe. With focused arc emitters, with rays of energy flying through the empty and cold space. Their heated lines. Their heated lines going down. And we're retreating a bit. Why are we doing that? We may have more forces of the Unbidden coming. While we also have reinforcements, they can get more reinforcements in shorter time through their uncanny portal. And we really
Construction complete.
We can get this force down, and we have done it. We have broken the force of the Unbidden. It is reduced to half now, and we have only lost 10k force. We are dismantling their power. Is this the support that Cthulhu shows? His champion, Tyrone? Is this the support we have needed? They are now getting into the range of the detrimental auras of the
Situation mode
battleships,
updated.
and they are
Construction
going down
complete.
quickly. This is the Republic. The final assault on the Unbidden has begun. The hope for the universe is alive. See you in the next episode, when we are going for their final strike.